Moment of silence for the champions, for those who make going hard a lifestyle. Never wait for nothing, gotta get it right now. I'm in the spotlight when they turn the lights down. Only a champ swing the hardest in the 12th round. I love the fourth quarter, I love the ninth inning, I love game 7. Bring on the competition, cause in my heart, can't nobody do it better. Can't slow me down, won't stop me, never. I'm so Cassius Clay, I'm Tyson in his prime.
What's up? Happy Money Monday, motherfuckers. Welcome back to the Pressure Podcast.
Give me a hell yeah!
Rated M for Millennials. We are live in our studio in Orlando, Florida. It's your boy King Cole.
LeBron, what's up, peoples?
What's up, everybody? So we just had to restart. The internet went down for just a few minutes, so we're back live and ready to go.
Finish him!
Today we're going to recap the Saturday night games and the Sunday night games. We're going to check the press, which is our own newspaper, and check what the headlines read. What we know after the first round of the cell games, baby. And our team's advanced, so we're in good spirits. We just saw the shellacking that the Vikings just took in Arizona since they had to play outside of LA thanks to the fires. There was no fire in Minnesota. There was no fire in their team whatsoever. A 14-win team just went home packing to Cancun because they just can't. Some teams win a lot, but they can't hang with the top elites. You know what I mean? And it just seems like the Rams are not just elite, but they are a recent champion. So you can't just take them light.
Facts.
Can't take them light. But let's check the press and what we learned from that game. All right. Darnold can still see ghosts. I'm not trying to make fun of him, but it's just the way it worked. 8 sacks in the game, 6 in the first half. And Rams can still win the cell games. They're that legit. I say so. They're that legit. So speaking of that, they crushed the Vikings 27-9. It was never a game. It was off after that fumble 6. That shit was out. So the QFL shows itself on Monday Night Football. The superior head coach and QB combos advance to the round 2. And that's across the entire board. The superior head coach QB combo of the QFL advance. If you look at the first 6 games of the playoffs, that's exactly how it went. Who was the better head coach QB combo? It looked like it's Houston because Justin Herbert doesn't Q good enough, okay? You got Baltimore, you got Buffalo, you got Philly, you got Washington, and now you got the Rams advancing. And the QFL stays true to itself on Monday night. There's literally nothing you can say about it.
You know what most of those teams didn't do? Turn the ball over. You can't turn the ball over in the playoffs. And then for 6? Man. Look, if you would have fumbled the ball and the guy would have scooped it and got tackled, they still would have had a chance. But that's what I'm trying to say is like, if he just hold on to that ball, he gets sacked, you take the sack, you punt the ball, but guess what? You're not giving up points. You're giving up extra points already to a team that's right now at the moment that was dominating you.
They were.
You had to find something that worked, and if it didn't, hey, well, at least you live to fight another day. But when you keep turning the ball over, there's no fight in that.
Screw you! You're fired!
Questions doomed for the Vikes now because they've got to concern themselves whether they should just with Sam Darnold, thank you for the year, appreciate you, but we're gonna go another route with our rookie, or should they get him back because he did have a top 5 or top 6?
He did.
He had a top 6,
and it's gonna be a tough decision because that matters. That matters what he did during the season, but it also matters what he did in this playoff game and against Detroit.
Well, not only does that matter, what matters is also that they play in a very tough division. They got Jordan Love and Jared Goff there, and I don't think they're going anywhere anytime soon. Mm-hmm. And Caleb Williams there too. We'll see who their coach is. But more questions there for the Vikings because they just came out flat. I think they came out with a wrong game plan because anything that they tried, especially in the first half, Rams had the perfect counter for. Every single little thing, even the screen passes, they couldn't run the ball. Aaron Jones didn't show his well, so they need more running. And we knew this coming in. Their weakness is that they don't run the ball. They can't run the ball at will. And in the fucking QFL, if you cannot run the ball at will, you're not going to be able to sustain many drives. Okay? So, hats out to the Rams. They show the champions that they truly are. You know what I'm saying? McVay is the better coach. He really is. And that's not saying anything about, what's his name, Kellen Moore. It's just that, you know what I'm saying, this, you could tell that experience showed out here. You could tell which team was more experienced.
Where we say Minnesota Vikings are the pretenders this year. But, you know, hats off to them. They had a good year. They just need to come back, reinforce some things, and
well, I wouldn't call them
next year.
I wouldn't call them pretenders. They just went out to the wrong team.
I mean, but they were favored. That's what I mean.
Oh yeah. But have they faced, let's say, a team like the Houston Texans or the Tampa Bay Buccaneers? I think the Vikings would have won that game. But the Vikings had it all in control. If they would have just beaten the Detroit Lions on that Sunday night, if they would have had the first round bye, we wouldn't have this problem. But it's just sad to see a team that worked so hard to do such great things. I mean, they shocked everybody. Nobody had them winning 14 games. Nobody really had them in the playoffs, to be honest with you. Okay, so that's just what it is.
Nigga.
But they shouldn't hang their heads low. They should be proud of what they're able to do. They're a team in the rise. Let's just leave it at that. They're a team in the rise, and that's what it is. But Matthew Stafford, he had a pretty good day. He kept the ball out of harm's way and just took what the defense gave him. And if he had to punt the ball, so be it. Our defense ain't allowing them to do anything. These guys are seeing ghosts out there. So
He was great to me. 19 of 27, 209, 2 touchdowns, didn't turn the ball over. He basically showed you what it is to be a vet and not turn the ball over in the most crucial games. And especially because it is the playoffs. It is the playoffs. It's the most important thing. You cannot turn the ball over in the playoffs.
It's the cell games.
Be cool, nigga.
It's the cell games, man. You got to show your best. The thing is that they didn't execute. The big thing I saw from the Vikings was they couldn't execute. And execution is crucial because it's one thing to know what you want to do. It's one thing to see what you got to do, but it's one thing to actually do it and do it consistently. And do it at a championship level because you're playing against a recent Super Bowl champion. What do you think Matthew Stafford's going to be there? Just there to just, you know what I'm saying, to put the flames out for LA? Nah. He's there to fucking win. That's his job. He gets paid to do that. And Sean McVay is one of the greatest and most competitive coaches and aggressive coaches you'll ever see.
And so is Stafford. And that was why I believed in my heart that the Rams were going to win this game.
And they will play on. They go to Philadelphia for the next game, which this should be a very...
Finish him.
All right, so enough of the Rams. Let's see what we learned from the headlines, okay? Let's check the press. The press says what we know after the round one is that the Herb is the worst playoff QB out of the lot. And that's just what it is.
Goddamn white boy.
It's bad.
And what we know about the Texans after round one is that the coach is actually very fucking good. That coach is coaching his ass off, and he deserves praise.
Give me a hell yeah.
For a black coach at that.
What I like about CJ a little bit is I don't know if he heard us or something. What we was talking about in our last podcast about how if he would just roll out the pocket a little bit more. It seemed like he was rolling out the pocket a little bit more towards the middle of that game. Started to find a rhythm and make some throws. He still had some boneheaded ass plays because he's still having those problems, but for the most part, took care of the ball and, you know, let his defense shine.
Be cool, nigga.
Now, Houston, they shocked people because their defense was ready. This defense did not allow Justin Herbert to do much. 242 yards on the air. Just 50 yards on the ground. That ain't shit. They did not let Gus Edwards and what's his name? I don't even want to remember his name. J.K. Dobbins. Yeah. Allowing a total of 50 yards. At home, you're not going to win many games against people on the road like that. And then when you throw fucking, 4 interceptions? Justin Herbert, what's wrong with you?
Goddamn white boy.
To 1 touchdown.
No, you know what? You don't even deserve that.
I smell pussy. Is that you, John?
And Dobbins was a non-factor. He absolutely didn't do nothing.
No. The Texans literally took care of business. Now, They have a little bit of a tougher matchup this time around. They're facing the champions. Now, what do you see from this game that you could see going forward? Because without a passing game, I mean, C.J. Stroud was all right too. He was 22 or 33 for 282, a touchdown and an interception. That spells like a blowout to me if you're playing the Chiefs with those kind of numbers.
So I'll say that might be true, but what you can take from this is that you're gaining more experience and you get to play with house money. You don't have to go in there as the favorite. You just go in there and play as good as you can and give yourself a chance. And who knows? Who
knows? But at least you gave yourself a chance. The thing is that you're on the road, so you got to eliminate mistakes because you're against the champions.
It's all that. At the end of the day, I know. A lot of people are gonna be like, "Oh, some of these teams won ugly this," but the key word there that you just said is win. All you want to do is win. It don't matter you win by a point. You won. That's all that matters. You just have to win. At the end, in the Super Bowl, oh, that shit looked ugly. That was a terrible Super Bowl. Did they win or did they lose? That's what matters.
Well, that does kind of segue into something that I wanted to talk about. So let's look at the quarterbacks again. As you see, I was pretty accurate with this. The first two out was Russell Wilson and Justin Herbert. Okay,
Absolutely.
Knicks was out too, but I didn't put him high because he's a rookie and he's still learning and he's in the tougher conference right now. Then you got Matthew Stafford there because he's experienced and he's a Super Bowl winner. He ended up moving up. So does C.J. Stroud and Daniel. So out of the last 6 quarterbacks, 3 I got right and 3 I got wrong. You know what I'm saying? I thought Jordan Love was going to be able to do a little better, but not against Jalen Hurts. He's a Super Saiyan, you know what I mean?
I thought Mayfield played really good as well.
I thought Baker and Sam Darnold didn't play that bad as everybody made it out to be. It's just that the score makes it look worse than it is. And then he had 2 crucial turnovers that killed everything.
And that's
where he had the bad game, was where he had 2 turnovers. But outside of that, it wasn't that he wasn't inaccurate. It wasn't that he couldn't get the ball moving. He just didn't have time to throw.
He had a couple inaccurate plays, but for the most part, I thought he was pretty accurate. I thought on some of those plays, the wide receivers were helping him a little bit more than the throws were. But I mean, shit, they hit your hands, you gotta catch it. So,
well, everybody misses passes.
Yeah, absolutely.
But you can't miss an interception like that. No, you cannot.
He was late on that interception.
So we mentioned last week that to beat Pat Mahomes, you're gonna have to be Super Saiyan 2, because this is the QFL. You have to be on his level to be able to beat him. Like I mentioned earlier, we're the Pressure Podcast, which means to perform, react, and endure using strategies and sports under rigorous environments. Pressure is what makes diamonds, okay? And the only way to break diamond or cut diamond is by using another diamond. You cannot beat a diamond quarterback without using diamond, so you have to be Super Saiyan 2. And I challenged these QBs to be Super Saiyans 2, and it looks like they did. Because you know what's the difference of what they did and that Sam Darnold didn't do? They got the ball rolling quick. They didn't waste time. Josh Allen scored immediately. And the funny thing is, Josh, Lamar, and Jalen Hurts scored their first touchdowns almost identical. At the back of the fucking end zone with a trailing receiver. Josh made it a little harder because it was for, 30 yards deep? But he has the arm to do it. Lamar made it a little tougher because he had a tighter window, so he had to, you know what I'm saying, he had to dot it right there on the right spot.
I think he was rolling to his right, too.
And Jalen Hurts, he had a lot of time as well, but what he did is he didn't panic. What he used to do before, he used to try to force something. Now he was, no, I'm going to wait. Bam, touchdown.
Finish him.
And a lot of that has to do with also trusting the defense that you have on the other side. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then another thing is that people don't see that when QBs do stuff like that, where they're not sitting there turning the ball over, the defense is like, damn, they believe in us. Like, that builds their confidence up to think like, hey, damn, he didn't have to throw that. He could have thrown that right there. That might have been an interception, but he didn't throw it because he thought we could get it done.
And CJ actually did that on in the first drive against the Chargers. He scored with Nico Collins. He scored. He made sure he got the lead before anything else happened. That's how you're supposed to win, especially when you're at home. And that's what all the other quarterbacks did, and that's what Sam didn't do. He was on the road, but this is what you got to do. And we're going to save the rest for a little later, okay? So before that, I forgot. Let me check the headlines. After week after the first round of the cell games, we know that Pittsburgh's inferior to the Ravens. Their roster is inferior. They don't have the defense, the O-line, D-line, or quarterback to mess with us. They don't even have the receivers. They only got one. All right? They've got to retool over there. And then the MVP's playoff narrative is dead. That's what we know after the first round of the Baltimore Ravens. This is Lamar's last three playoff games, just so you know.
Yeah, it's another night, bitch.
2-1 record for 834 yards, a 65% completion percentage, 75 yards attempt, 103 passer rating. You know what I'm saying? 7 touchdowns to 2 turnovers total. That narrative.
Yeah, it's another night, bitch.
I don't want to hear that Lamar doesn't show up in the playoffs no more. Just so you know, the first few playoff games that he played was 4 years ago or more. If you forgot, my dog missed the 2022 season and 2021 season due to injury. So the last time he was in the playoff was in 2020. You know what I'm saying? Where back then he didn't have the offense he has now. Back then they were a run first team and with a spread option and then use your tight ends and work from there. Yep. But with no receivers to speak of except some, you know what I'm saying? Everybody wants to say Josh Allen doesn't have weapons. Lamar didn't have weapons. Lamar didn't have any weapons. He made weapons out of nothing. But now he's got a better offensive coordinator who opened the playbook for him, elevated his talent. As you see, the last 2 years, Lamar's been throwing unbelievable. It's a completely different Lamar. You haven't seen that Lamar in the playoffs. I always said the narrative. People always add something. When he got to the league, he can't throw. When he got to the league, when he won the MVP, oh, he can't win in the playoffs. When he won in the playoffs, oh, he can't lead a team from behind. When he started doing that, oh, he can't stay healthy. When he did that, oh, he can't get to the AFC Championship game. He does that, and now they're saying he's never going to win a Super Bowl. I mean, he can't beat Pat Mahomes or whatever the case may be. They're always adding something to him, and he's always proving them wrong.
Yeah, it's another night, bitch.
That's another thing that he just devoured there. That narrative is dead. Let's see what the headlines read for the next one. We know from the Broncos after round 1 that the Broncos cannot beat a Super Saiyan right now. None of the Super Saiyans. They just outclassed. And then we also learned that Buffalo has got plenty of weapons. I don't know what everybody's saying this. I'm not even trying to take the MVP away from Buffalo. But what I'm telling the Buffalo Bill fans is don't tell me he has no weapons. This man had, seven fucking receivers or tight ends, each catch three catches each. Okay? And 8 total that had at least 2. So I don't want to hear he doesn't have weapons. He has got plenty of weapons, okay? What it is he doesn't have a star. He doesn't have a star, but he does have weapons. Don't lie to me, okay?
Please. And he might have a star in Keon Coleman.
So the Broncos are just no match for a Super Saiyan. They got eliminated 31-7 out of the cell games. Outmatched by Denver and got a dosage of what the cell games is about. But that's good for Bo Nix and company.
Can I say something, though? I feel like this game would have been a lot closer. I remember he was telling me, I think it was
10-3.
That it was 10-3. And he threw a beautiful pass.
It was 10-7. And they were trying to tie the game because they had a few seconds left and they were in field goal range. But
he literally got him a little bit more than the field goal, than where it says, the line, that green line. A little bit after that, he got them within that range. And the dude just doinked it. And the funny thing about that doink, we'll get back to that in a minute. But I'll go ahead and let you talk, brother.
Yeah, so Josh Allen proved why he's an MVP candidate and favorite.
Goddamn white boy.
And he's also proved why he's a Super Saiyan. That's exactly what he is. He's a Super Saiyan. You got to be a Super Saiyan to be able to beat this guy, especially in the playoffs. And there's going to be a matchup of 2 Super Saiyans next week. I just don't know if all of them are Super Saiyan 2 or just a few of them are Super Saiyan 2. But because neither one of them had a dominant game like that, like crazy numbers as they did in the playoffs. Each one, like he said, won the game. They just won the game. That's all they cared about was winning and advancing to the next round. They weren't going to try to do too much. Okay, so let's get to the next.
It wasn't needed.
It was not needed. So what we learned is not. I gotta change that to what we know. Okay, what we know from round 1 at the Green Bay is that Jordan Love is definitely overpaid. He's not on that kind of level.
It's all that sad.
We also know after round 1 that nothing's wrong with Jalen Hurts. Okay, this is why I cut myself off after that one because I wanted to talk about this. A lot of people were mad because they won ugly. They're saying that the offense doesn't look as it's supposed to be. It's not as efficient as it's supposed to be. He didn't throw the ball too much. Listen, man. This is the time when, I mean, we mentioned it earlier. To beat Pat Mahomes, you have to, you know what I'm saying, have a Super Saiyan 2 at least, okay? But even Super Saiyan 2 Pat Mahomes in the playoffs doesn't play all that like you think he does.
Be cool, nigga.
If you look at his Super Bowl stats, this man does not rake it in the Super Bowl like you think. He throws a lot of interceptions in the Super Bowl. He has, I think he's above 60 now, but it used to be 50% completion percentage. He used a gunslinger that sometimes struggled, especially against the Buccaneers. And he just, you know what I'm saying, wasn't himself a lot of times when even against the Rams, no, not the Rams, the Niners the first time with Jimmy Garoppolo, when they were losing because of his fault. He threw picks and he was missing people wide open. Then all of a sudden, one play to Tyreek Hill in the third quarter changed everything. And even though they didn't play their best, they did enough to win the game. And that's all that really matters. And that's what Jalen Hurts did today, okay?
306
I think another thing is that people that somebody mentioned, one analyst mentioned, was that the Eagles seem to can win any type of game. So like if you want a shootout, we can go shoot it out. If you want, if we want to just run it down your throat, we can do it like that. If we want to just make it a defensive game, we can make it a defensive game as well. We can also beat you with our kicker. You know what I'm saying? So it's so much that they can do to win games. That's what makes them so successful. Because that's the main thing. The main thing is to have everything in position to win you games. And if you can do that multiple ways, that's greatness. That's what greatness is.
Yeah.
We what was it that this dude said, Belichick, that in that Super Bowl season, I think it was 2000. Help me out here.
Which one?
The New England Patriots.
Against who?
I think it was against the Rams. He said that whole playoffs they only scored 3 touchdowns.
No, that wasn't the Patriots.
Oh, it wasn't the
Oh,
Patriots.
well, it was the Patriots. That was his first Super Bowl against the Rams. Yeah, the first Super Bowl.
Yeah. So
Those days are over.
Yeah, those days are over. But you can make it. You can slow down. I mean, you can make the time go faster by running the ball, and that's what we do well. That's what we do. That's what he does well. That's what we do well. We run the ball.
Yeah, well,
the Detroit as well.
To clarify what he's saying is that we understand the QFL, the best head coach quarterback combo wins the game, but to be able to compete on the field, you have to do one thing and one thing before anything else: control the line of scrimmage. That's on offense and on defense. Okay, and if you could do that with the QFL combo, you're likely to win a lot of games because you're not. I mean, you're nothing if you have a good quarterback and a good, you know what I'm saying, head coach and a dynamic receiver. But if your O-line can't protect you, you ain't gonna be able to do shit. You know what I'm saying? It's just that's how life works.
And
that's
if
how everything.
your D-line can't get to the quarterback.
Yes. So I actually think that these guys did go Super Saiyan 2. The reason why is not because they learned how to score 4 or 5 touchdowns in the playoffs. They learned, listen, what matters is controlling clock, winning the game, and doing what we can to advance. Okay? All 3 of them did it without a turnover. Not one of them did. Not one of them had a turnover. Like you said, none of the winning teams, what did they have in common? None of them had a turnover. None of them.
Fatality.
There's no coincidence in that, okay? And to be able to do that with all the pressure, like Philly is not an easy place to play at. You know what I mean? The fans will be behind you no matter what, but you have to earn that. You don't just walk in there and you're already their favorite. You got to earn it. And Jalen Hurts knows, listen, maybe these guys are coming back, but you know what? I got my no-fly zone forcing 3 interceptions out here. I don't need to force anything. There was a time that they could have went for a closer shot to the Philly shove so they could convert on 4th down. They didn't do that. They were like, nah, we got this defense. These guys ain't doing nothing. This guy's overpaid. Let's punt the ball. Control clock. Keep the clock moving. No coach made a mistake yesterday. None of them. Not I mean, none of the winning ones at least. And so same thing with Josh Allen. Josh Allen and Cook had 100 yards before the second quarter.
Wow.
100 yards. You know why? Because Josh Allen saw, hey, this is working. Keep feeding him and keep feeding him and keep feeding him. And at the end, they got a holding penalty to make it like 3rd and 13. He gave one to Kincaid for I think it was a 12-yard gain. So it was 4th and 1 or 4th and 2, and he gets into trouble, runs his way out, and finds somebody in the end zone for a 7 MVP type play. What Josh Allen does.
Goddamn, white boy.
You know, Jalen Hurts did the same thing. Marched down the field. Saquon started hot, and then when they got to the goal line, it went to I think it was 4th down or 3rd down.
Got it.
And then he found
4th down.
You know what I'm saying?
3rd down.
3rd down, and then he got the touchdown. Simple as that. Didn't force anything. Wide open. Okay. Went through his progressions. Tried to delay. You know what I'm saying? Extend the play. And Lamar Jackson did the same thing. Extend plays, find the guy in the end zone, run the fuck out of Derrick Henry, and fuck you, Schittsburg, and that's all you have to do.
Smith played absolutely amazing. 2 sacks, 5 pressures. Great job. Bond, linebacker, pay him, please, Eagles. Pay him, Braun. And Slade, which this is actually a funny ass stat. The first cornerback for the Eagles to get an interception this year was in the playoffs. Big play Slade. The first one. That means mostly our safeties and linebackers were the ones creating turnovers. Mm-hmm. So we need a little bit more from our corners. But, hey, them cornerbacks, they can cover.
Yep.
They can cover them. We're good to go.
All right. And let's see
I'm
the next
excited.
game after that.
I'm excited.
We got the Sunday night game. What we know about the Washington Skins after the Sunday night game, after round 1, what we know is that this is the new most dangerous underdog right now.
Absolutely.
And Fumble Bay Buccaneers. They fumbled Little Bay.
I'm glad that you put that on there because I was literally going to go to that. I thought it was a great game, bad fumble.
Yep.
I thought this game would have even been better had he not fumbled.
Also, they fucked up a snap where it ended up killing their drive. They were going to go for it on 4th down.
Oh yeah.
You know
He ended up giving it to Irving, I think it was.
No, but it was all mistimed because the center snapped the ball wrong.
Yeah.
You know
I just don't understand why you don't just let Baker get that 1 yard. Like all he had to do was try to get a shot.
I'm pretty sure that play would have worked had they just executed it perfectly. They just didn't. I'm sure that play would have worked. It's just that they executed it bad. It was mistimed. The center snapped the ball just like a second faster than he was supposed to. So the play broke down like that because it just didn't execute. You cannot make these mistakes in the playoffs. These things have to be cleaned up by the time you get here, and it did not. And that's on the I would call this on the coaching, but it's definitely on the offensive coordinator. It's your job to do.
Y'all also know what Jaden Daniels didn't do?
He didn't turn the ball over. Super Saiyan rookie? Maybe. I've never seen a rookie be a Super Saiyan. But
do you know who fumbled the ball? Baker Mayfield.
Yeah. Well, he didn't really fumble it. That was just another bad executed play.
They put it on Baker.
It is on Baker, but that's on the offense in general.
All I'm saying is, you see what happens when you don't turn the ball over? That's what happens when you don't turn the ball over. You keep yourself in the game.
No, this is what happens when you don't execute. This is what happens when you don't execute. Sometimes you can fumble the ball, and sometimes it'll fuck your play up where you can't get that extra yard you needed. Had you just executed, had you broke the play as it was supposed to, timed it right, you might have gotten that first down conversion. Maybe you would have won the game. You had another chance after that, but because they just did not execute down the stretch, you lost your opportunities and fumbled that ball away, and that just can't happen. That just cannot happen. These things are not supposed to be happening at this time of the year. This is shit that happens after preseason or during preseason. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you got to be top form. This is the playoffs.
So that's on the offense on that one because the defense did the best they could against Jaden Daniels.
I thought they did great.
Daniels supposed to be upset with another game-winning drive who leads the league in it, and they play Detroit this Saturday night.
That guy's amazing.
this might be a Super Saiyan rookie. I've never seen a Super Saiyan as a rookie, and I don't think it's possible. The reason why I say that is because Goku, Vegeta, Gohan, it took them a long, long time. They had, you know what I'm saying? Goku.
Wait, what about Mahomes? You don't feel like that about Mahomes?
What?
Like coming in?
As a rookie, no.
No.
But he didn't play that much as a rookie.
I thought you were.
It's not his fault.
I thought you were high on him, like already, like that.
No.
Coming out.
You can't be a rookie Super Saiyan. You could play like a Saiyan, like you could tell he's about to be a Super Saiyan, but you can't put it. It's hard to do it as a rookie because the thing is, like you saw in Dragon Ball, Goku had to go through Vegeta and Nappa, then he had to go through the Namex, and then he had to go through Ginyu Force, and then he had to go to Frieza before he ever turned Super Saiyan.
I get you.
Vegeta had to go through the same
got
shit.
To fight.
You know what I'm saying?
Fight before.
You got a lot of fighting experience before you get to be a Super Saiyan. You know what I'm saying? It takes a good 2-3 years. And it's just hard to do it as a rookie. The only way he could be as a rookie is if he's Trunks. He's a guy from the future who's not supposed to be what he's supposed to be, and all of a sudden he shows up and he's a Super Saiyan.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? He's a guy from the future. This is no rookie. This guy's from the future, it looks like. And he might be the Trunks. He might be the Trunks of the Cell games. You never know. He might just be a Super Saiyan. We will find out because guess who he plays? He plays Jared Goff. He's not a Super Saiyan, but he's like the Piccolo of the Cell games. This guy is tough. All right. I think that's fair, right? The Piccolo.
For golf?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. We already did this. We already covered that. So let's look at the playoff pick, shall we? This is how it's looking like right now. I cannot wait. Honestly, you remember what I told you from the very beginning? I don't even think I got to say it in the podcast from the very beginning.
I don't know how. Oh, go ahead. Talk. I'm gonna talk out there. Go ahead.
But you remember what I said? I just want to fast forward the season. I really don't give a fuck about it.
Yeah.
I just want to get back to the AFC Championship.
It's almost there, buddy. It's almost there.
So it's almost there.
We got one more.
And I honestly wasn't really.
We're right there. We're right there.
I actually wasn't very excited about last week's game. I actually was kind of bummed out about it because I didn't want to see the Schittsburg a third time. I already know we're gonna beat them, but whatever. It was the way it works. I wasn't really excited about that. I wasn't gonna be excited about this round either. But I know it's Josh Allen. I knew that was coming in, so because of that, I am excited. But I am kind of pissed off because once again, Mahomes is lucky. He doesn't have to go through both Josh Allen and you know what I'm saying, Lamar Jackson. He doesn't have to go through two Super Saiyans. Unless CJ Stroud shows that he's a Super Saiyan, he only has to face one of them before he gets to the Super Bowl. Now, in the Super Bowl, he might face a Super Saiyan, but right now, on the way to the Super Bowl, he only had to face one. And that's bullshit. But whatever. We got to go through Josh Allen. But Kansas City, I only got one thing to say to you, motherfuckers, so listen.
Be cool, nigga.
Do not, I repeat, do not let the Houston fucking Texans take our fucking glory. All right? I don't want to hear it. I don't want to see no excuses. I don't want to see injuries or nothing. Do not take my glory. I want to see you there in your own goddamn stadium so we could knock your punk ass out of your throne and take what's ours, finally.
Finish him.
All right?
I was gonna say on that bracket that I'm just excited because I want to face either one of them two. I can't wait. I can't fucking wait. I hope it's Washington. I really hope it's Washington. I really do. I don't think so, but I've seen crazier things before.
It's gonna be. It's probably gonna be Detroit, Washington. I mean, I just don't see a rookie doing it. But speak of the devil, I actually have seen a rookie do it. I just don't like to talk about it. Speak of the devil. Where is it at? Which one is it? Was it this one or was it this one? This is a what the fuck stat here.
What the fuck?
Rookie QBs to win a playoff game since 1990. Janet Daniels, C.J. Stroud, Brock Purdy, Russell
That's
Wilson,
why you don't like talking about it.
Yates, Flacco, Big Ben Roethlisberger. Yeah.
That's why you don't like talking about it. I see.
Yeah. Except,
That's only one though. Like everybody else is pretty solid up there.
yeah, but you know what though? Number 1, number 6, and number 7 have one thing in common that the others don't. Well, number
What?
1, 6, and 7 have one thing in common the others don't.
What's up, King Jamie?
What's up, King Jamie? 1, 6, and 7 have something that the others don't, and then 1, 6, 7, 8 also have something that the others don't. The 1, 6, 7, the thing is that their wins came on the road. All the other ones are home games.
Got you.
Okay, and the main thing that 1, 6, 7, and 8 have on
How the hell
in
did
common.
TJ Yates? My bad.
1, 6, 7, and 8. What they have in common is that not only did they win, they won again the next week after that.
Okay.
1, 6, 7, and 8 got to the championship game of their respective conference. None of them won, but they all got there. So it is possible. It's Jaden Daniels you meet in Philadelphia. It is possible. We shall see.
I hope so.
What the fuck?
All right, let's see another what the fuck stat.
What the fuck?
Look at that. Marvin Harrison and his son, Junior. As a rookie, they played 118 to 116 games, 64 receptions to 62,
God damn.
836 to 85,
eight-
touchdowns, 8 touchdowns for 8 touchdowns, 52.1 per game for 52.3 points per game, yards a game. Both had a fumble, and none of them missed a game. That is crazy.
What the fuck?
That is in fucking insane.
Another what the fuck stat.
What the fuck?
Teams that have received the opening kickoff are 0-5 in the fucking cell games. What?
That means you automatically gotta go on defense.
Well, that's the thing that all those teams have in common. None of them really have a super strong defense. Some, like the Broncos and the Chargers, deemed to have a good defense, and maybe they do, but not against elites.
I guess you could right with there.
And
with
Schittsburg
that.
does have a defense. I think they have a better, stronger defense and more stout defense than the other two. But there's no defense for Lamar Jackson, and not at his house. It ain't happening. Okay, so that's that. But the other two have no defense like that. I thought the Packers had a stronger defense than they did. It looked like that was.
But I'd always want to defer because I feel like, nigga, I get the ball in the second half. If I'm up, I get to put you away in the second half. You know what I'm saying?
Appreciate you, my brother. Thank you very much.
Give me a hell
Shout out
yeah.
to Pete Jamie. One of the Mamba members. He's in the club. You know what I'm saying? He's one of us. So I appreciate you, brother. I do appreciate you.
For real.
So
That's love.
we're gonna make our predictions this Thursday because some of them are Saturday games. All right. So stay tuned and crack this one open because we're gonna definitely do that. Definitely do that. All right, bro. I got a top 5 for you. I gotta find it. Hold on. I got a top 5 for you. A random
Better
top
have
5.
a top 5. I mean, this is when you gotta have that top 5.
Oh, okay. Here it is. So this is the top 5 most receiving yards in the first 5 seasons career.
Okay, so Justin Jefferson,
Okay, he's number 1.
Randy Moss,
He's number 3.
Terrell Owens.
Nope.
Oh, Chris Carter.
Nope.
Julio Jones.
Nope.
What the fuck? Megatron.
Nope.
Stop playing.
That series.
So do I gotta think less? Am I thinking less here or?
One is older than the guys you mentioned, and one is playing right now. Well, one of them. Let me tell you, like, you got 3. One of them is playing right now. One of them is an old legend, and the other one played in the same era of Terrell Owens and Chris Carter. Them.
Jerry Rice.
Yep, that's number 4. You got 1, 3, and 4. Jefferson, Moss, Rice.
Jamar Chase.
Nope. So every Saturday and Monday, on Saturdays he challenges me to a top 5, and
Yeah, we
just
should
a
do
random 5. We pick a random 5 that we have to guess, okay? And then on Monday it's my turn to make him guess. All right. So yeah, Jerry
I
Rice.
did say Jerry Rice.
He said no. He's saying the top 5 is all Jerry Rice. Yeah.
Oh.
Jerry Rice, Jerry Rice, Jerry Rice, Jerry Rice, Jerry Rice. I
like
love
it.
it.
Finish him.
All right. So go ahead.
Okay, so the remaining ones are what? Say that one more time for me.
One is playing right now. One played alone. He's a legend. Well, you already got him. It was Jerry Rice. And the other one played in the Terrell Owens days. One is playing right now, and it's not Jamar Chase.
Steve Smith?
No. Younger and older than Steve Smith.
Younger and older?
Mm-hmm.
Younger than Steve Smith.
Yeah, he's playing right now.
Oh, and old. No, but you said older. Okay. I got you. Older. Steve Smith.
Nope.
Oh, Marvin Harrison.
Nope.
Reggie Wayne.
Nope. But it's in the same. It's in
Same
that same
time?
era. It's around that era.
Isaac Bruce.
Nah.
Torrey Holt.
Yes. Yes. That's number 2, actually.
Torrey Holt. Or Isaac Bruce. Isaac
Torrey
Bruce.
Holt.
Torrey Holt. Damn, I didn't know Torrey Holt was better than
I didn't think so.
Isaac Bruce.
Jefferson, Holt, Moss, Rice, and you missing number 5. He's
And
playing right
it's
now.
playing. He's playing. Okay. And I said Jefferson. Nakua?
No. Nicole hasn't played 5 years.
Oh yeah, I'm bugging. 5 years. Terry McLaurin?
No. I think it's his 5th year or 6th year.
Fifth or sixth year?
I think this is their 5th or 6th year, yeah.
Oh, so he's young. But not too young. But yeah. CD Lamb.
Yep. He said Kelsey. CD Lamb, yes.
So CD Lamb's first, or is he?
He's 5th.
He's fifth.
Jerry Rice 4th, Moss 3rd, Holt 2nd, and Justin Jefferson's number 1. He's the only
Yeah,
one.
Justin Jefferson's insane.
7,000.
Justin Jefferson's insane.
Yep.
That guy was meant to be a route runner, technician.
Another
all
what the
of it.
fuck stat. I didn't want to put it on because I'm sure a lot of people heard this already. But the coach that just got hired for New England is Mike Vrabel. He played for them as a linebacker. But did y'all know that he had 12 receptions in his career for New England? 12 receptions, and he's a linebacker, okay? 12 receptions. All 12 were touchdowns. This man's got 12 career touchdowns, so he only has 12 receptions. That's fucking crazy.
What the fuck?
That's why I receiver all time. He's 100 for 100.
Yes.
He ain't dropped one yet.
So in my opinion, these guys that you see that are Super Saiyan, they turn Super Saiyan 2. They turn Super Saiyan 2. They know now how to manage a game. They don't need to be heroic. They just need to do what's necessary. And that's it. That's it.
Facts.
So we've got some Super Saiyan 2 action next week. I cannot fucking wait. All right, so we will see you on Thursday. Thursday we will recap the NBA, what we learned week 13, and we're gonna make our predictions for the Saturday night games. We will have a brand new tower ranking for the NBA,
Yes, sir.
and we will see y'all then. This is the Pressure Podcast, everybody, where viewers have say. If you have a webcam, has to be a computer. I could send you a link so you could put you on a little screen right here. Hop on the mic and talk your over.
Give me a hell yeah!
Like, subscribe, leave a comment. Give us your takes. We want to hear what you got to say. And stay tuned, motherfuckers, because we got shit coming for you. Peace out, everybody. Appreciate you, King James.